Now that story you planned out in your head feel like 9's missing pages. Look, written lyrics that you never ever spoke. Remembering the times we had the years before. Way back. It hurt me bad that you was 21 years old. You wasn't no savage, it still seem like it's a joke. So I still talk about you as if you was never gone. The man in that box has got to be your clone. One shot to my niggas' domes, and now my niggas gone. 10 shots to help me cope inside, about to explode. Missing pages got me missing out on hope. Missing payments and young niggas steady broke. I'm missing my niggas turned into a ghost. Now they can't raise a toast, but for them we pour a dose. When you really close is when it really hurt the most. And when you really love someone, it's hard to let them go. You left me with 2 seasons, now she gotta grow on both. And now she got some missing pages to your story never wrote. How could you reach me? Won't do you no good, no matter how good. No, this a fairly odd flow. I just wish my God broke and show his face. This is a story y'all wrote in this missing page. How could you reach me? Won't do you no good, no matter how good. So this a fairly odd flow. I just wish all my focus show their face. This is a story y'all wrote. I'm just missing pages. In this day and age, it is missing pages. Can't leave the house without it's missing pages. Your shoulder. Got to stay on your P's and Q's. I said it's missing pages. 10 toes down. Always. But look, I wonder if it feel nice when you grip tight on a 40 cal Smith & Wesson at the midnight. Point it to a nigga head, any nigga on sight. Open one eye, put it on sight. It just pull the trigger, kill another nigga, another black statistic. Now he's another victim. Kids and his mother miss him. His story never finished. This is just another sentence. Judge off of life and now you missing. Missing pages got me missing out on hope. Missing payments and young niggas steady broke. I'm missing my niggas turned into a ghost. Now they can't raise a toast, but for them we pour up more. When you really close is when it really hurt the most. And when you really love someone, it's hard to let them go. You took another person life that you ain't even know, and now that person missing pages cause of hoe. How could you reach me? Won't do you no good, no matter how good. No, this a fairly odd flow. I just wish my God broke and show his face. This is a story y'all wrote in this missing page. How could you reach me? Won't do you no good, no matter how good. So this a fairly odd flow. I just wish all my focus show their face. This is a story y'all wrote in this missing page. How could you reach me? Won't do you no good, no matter how good. No, this a fairly odd flow. I just wish my God broke and show his face. This is a story y'all wrote in this missing page. How could you reach me? I've been taking too many days off, now I'm on the move, trying to save y'all. Woke up to the news, it's a blaze, wishing death to fake Jews like I'm Adolf. And I'm screaming more fire, give them more fire, more fire. I just gotta pray for more fire, more fire. I'm hoping he coming more fire, more fire. I ain't get no sleep cause of y'all. I promise you that y'all won't get no sleep cause of me. When a nigga lick his plate, that's when dogs eat. Find me with my lost sheep, setting fire to the streets as I speak. For whatever man's soul shall he reap. And my people was sold like some fucking raw meat. What you thought that I would let that slide? Bitch, you owe me. And I want your ass in chains, cracker get below me. Same to the Arabs, the Africans, Chinese, and Jewish men. Not cause of your skin, but you played a hand in my demise. Got rich off our lives and filled the world with lies. You preyed on the feeble minds, now you gotta pay the price. And you gon' pay with your life because your forefathers gone. Make amends with your sins, it's gon' get worse if you don't. Woe to the wicked who think that this shit is all just a joke. Pray for my bruise up in Cali cause it's up in smoke. Stole our identity, then you kept it all hidden. We didn't deserve the way you was dealing with us so differently. Didn't we have identity? Damn it, that's just a memory. But now we about to double the ante through our divinity. Taking too many days off, now I'm on the move, trying to save y'all. Woke up to the news, it's a blaze, wishing death to fake Jews like I'm Adolf. And I'm screaming more fire, give them more fire, more fire. I just gotta pray for more fire, more fire. I'm hoping he coming more fire, more fire. More fire, all praise to the most higher. In the name of the Messiah, I speak the truth, I ain't no liar. I can tell you a hoe by your sweet words, and I don't like your truth bitter, and it better bite you like Ventura. I'm on fire. I know, I sound like I'm losing it. I play to win, I'm nothing like these losing kids that rap about gangster shit. They know they never did. I keep it real, more authentic than average. I grew up with savages, been around the green where the cabbage is, but I never met a real nigga that's legit, cause a real nigga tell it how it really is. The Hebrew.
Your eyes were not playing. I am black but comely, O ye daughters of Jerusalem, as the tents of Kedar, as the curtains of Solomon.
Check out my Hebrew drip, my Hebrew drip. You know I'm Hebrew fresh with my Hebrew chick, and you do not want tests. I got my Hebrew click. I know you can't understand, and I'm on some Hebrew shit. Check out my Hebrew drip, my Hebrew drip. Check out my Hebrew drip, my Hebrew drip. You know I'm Hebrew fresh with my Hebrew click. I know you can't understand, and I'm on some Hebrew shit. Check out my Hebrew drip. Clothes with a garment down to the foot. Lil' mama came back and took another look. Them fringes and them studs probably got her shook. But all I could tell her, I am not a crook. Whole team winning. Can't do it by myself, I brought my whole team with me. Tonight I need some help, I plan on killing these niggas. And I ain't talking murder, shorty feeling these niggas. I know she probably heard of us, One West, Harlem, New York, since 1969. Looking for an Israelite woman that I can get behind. Take her to the promised land. Show her good niggas exist. Fuck what her mama saying. You understand? Listen. Fourth dimension blue is my cologne. All I did was say shalom, and she offered me a phone number. Especially when I'm in the zone, I tell fire to the moon. Girl, you playing with the wrong. Check out my Hebrew drip, my Hebrew drip. You know I'm Hebrew fresh with my Hebrew chick, and you do not want tests. I got my Hebrew click. I know you can't understand, and I'm on some Hebrew shit. Check out my Hebrew drip, my Hebrew drip. Check out my Hebrew drip, my Hebrew drip. You know I'm Hebrew fresh with my Hebrew click. I know you can't understand, and I'm on some Hebrew shit. Check out my Hebrew drip. And you ain't never seen nothing like it with a drip so hard. Made her straight, she was dying cause a nigga cold as ice and sharper than a knife. I could change your whole life just by making you my white man. Look, that nigga got the boost, beard sprays, man. Look, that nigga got the garment with the shades, man. Look, that nigga got the spikes on his armband, and he got the Sheila David on his charm, man. No, I'm not lucky, I'm blessed. Yes, my lady in the dress, they hating, we dead fresh. I'm making their ass sweat with all this masculinity. I can tell she feeling me, my swag on infinity. And this ain't something you can buy. They asking who am I traded in my suit and tie. And I just got a garment from the captain. Catch me in the club smelling like black. Check out my Hebrew drip, my Hebrew drip. You know I'm Hebrew fresh with my Hebrew chick, and you do not want tests. I got my Hebrew click. I know you can't understand, and I'm on some Hebrew shit. Check out my Hebrew drip, my Hebrew drip. Check out my Hebrew drip, my Hebrew drip. You know I'm Hebrew fresh with my Hebrew click. I know you can't understand, and I'm on some Hebrew shit. Check out my Hebrew drip.
I ain't have to die to meet the devil. Angels fell and landed in the ghetto. The earth was given to the hands of devils. Then we seen the rise of the devil. We fell for the lies of the devil. When we got high was the devil. I looked into the eyes of the devil. I ain't have to die to meet the devil.
I remember I was only 13 when I met the demon. Gave me a deuce and a bundle of cocaine. Told me to sell to my people, make sure you keep them fiending. If any try to shoot you, make sure that you leave him leaking. He said,
I'ma hold you down when problems pop up.
how you got me moving this dope? Want me in lockup? He said,
Don't you want the Benz vertible with the top cup?
Yeah.
Stop, bitch, you get in that kitchen, let it rock up. Bitches love the dope boy, especially when it's lock up. I know you know Ron.
who the plug from by the block up?
I'll tell you a little secret, make sure that you keep your mouth shut. Ron got a Lexus, crib in Philly and Texas. Trips to the Bahamas, just got a whip for his mama. He fucking up them commas, be honest, he seeing decent dope.
I hear you, but I just seen Ron about a week ago. In fact, he ain't looking too good. His knees is kind of slow. I asked him why the struggle. He got stuck up for his bundle, but them 6 hollow tips in his legs what made him crumble.
Bitch, he got a house and mama is living good.
Said the feds took it all. He right back in the hood. I see you try to play me. You gave us crack in the 80s. Made us abort our babies and making hoes out our ladies. I know you got me gravy, but Satan, you must be crazy. It's gonna take more than them cars one to amaze me. I seen niggas shoot for the stars, but being lazy. Never get their head at the clouds, so you don't faze me.
I guarantee that you gon' regret it. Remember I said it.
Nah, you could dead it.
What you saying? I can't win?
Nah, devil, nice try. So until we meet again,
I ain't have to die to meet the devil. Angels fell and landed in the ghetto. The earth was given to the hands of devils. Then we seen the rise of the devil. We fell for the lies of the devil. When we got high was the devil. I looked into the eyes of the devil. I ain't at the die to meet the devil. I ain't religious or superstitious, but we've been getting fucked and put to the side like a mistress. Police patrolling why? Because prison became a business. They murder one of ours and they start talking about forgiveness. We think that it's alright because we got public assistance. If this ain't hell, dog, what is this? Where was all lives mattered when they killed Osama? There was no peace talk like the Dalai Lama. Bush dropping bombs saying he gon' bring the drama. They got justice, man, they even caught the Boston bomber. But when we riot, they send the military in armor. When we fight oppression, then our people die a martyr. You reap what you sow, some people call it karma. When Christ return, y'all gon' get this harvest like a farmer. Don't tell me don't bring up the past no more. They still trying to settle the score with a side of Shakur. I changed my life and I'm just trying to live life right. But at night I look behind me and see flashing lights, patting me down. You got nothing that's poking me right. I don't smoke or push pills, I gave up my vice. So Mr. Officer, why you wanna take my life? And your honor, why you gave our homeboy's life? I've been wondering why you shot our homeboy twice. Pussy with a gun screaming out that he got a knife. He came from Habibi's spot, it was chicken and rice. Shit's trife, I'm just giving visuals like Skype. Ask Trayvon, Mike Brown, Akai Gurley, Eric Garner, Sean Bell, Philando, Alton Sterling, Jaquan McDonald. The white man is so devilish. Ask Hammurabi, he'll tell you who the devil is. The white man is so devilish. Ask Hammurabi, he'll tell you who the devil is. I ain't at the die to meet the devil. Angels fell and landed in the ghetto. The earth was given to the hands of devils. Then we seen the rise of the devil. We fell for the lies of the devil. When we got high was the devil. I looked into the eyes of the devil. I ain't at the die to meet the devil.
Any man give his life for YAHANNA, Mashiach, and Christ, and fall up under that U.P.K banner. It's my brother and my blood, and I will die and kill for him if necessary.
It's all about that warfare, boy. Give back up, give back up, give It's all about that warfare, boy. Take grip. My soldiers take grip till I'm stand down. Take grip. My soldiers take grip till I'm stand down. Take grip. Now this ain't no movement, this a takedown. We will not be moved or intimidated. We ain't the type. You got a problem? Tell them cross the fucking line. My niggas ain't polite. Soldiers to the left and right. I die for every man body. Before I be a coward, I'd rather be a dead body. This will be my kingdom when the hour pass. You can either get with it or get flipped like an hourglass. We live by honor and no excuse. Just sit to pray up to the Lord. I told him to let all the terrorists loose. Hold your tongue or get rebuked, cause you made a truce. With a race that made merchandise out of my abuse. Scared of who? You got your gun, then pull it. Me and my niggas start to argue, it's about who gon' bite the bullet. It gon' take round. Opponents better move slow. Attack dog for this truth. Nigga, cool y'all. Go to grip. It's all about that warfare, boy. Give grip. Back up. Give grip. It's all about that warfare, boy. Take grip. My soldiers take grip till I'm stand down. Take grip. My soldiers take.
Hey, Shalom, Yabashim Shogathon. How Shamalathan, Bashim Yabashah, what's going on? Akim, what's going on? Nishak, everything good?
Khan, sir, Shalom, Yabashim Yabashah, Barakatah.
Yeah. Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge started out at 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, back in 1969. Under commanding General YAHANNA, home of the truth, defenders of the faith, no cowards, right? This is the I.S.U.P.K, man. We here every Monday night. We get it in. I'm a
Brother Nashak, we got I.S.U.P.K, the brothers from the home front with me. I'm here in Duval, 103rd Library. Every Monday night we get it in here. You know what I'm saying? If you're in the area, 904-455-5183. If you're not, you can call the school. It's 561, 600-8875, something like that. If y'all can get the right number for me. All right, we're going to get it in. If you got any questions, go ahead and put them in the chat. Or you can pop on in with the link up top, ask your question. We're going to get it in every Monday night. Florida school. Tuesday, we got Orlando going in, Tampa. Wednesday, we have the law down there, the brothers down there in Boynton Beach, West Palm area. Get it in. We in camp all over Florida, trying to raise up this nation of blacks, Latinos, Native American Indians, you know what I'm saying, to what our greatness, you know what I'm saying, make Israel great again, is what we're trying to do. And the only way we're going to do is come back to these laws, statutes, and commandments that our forefathers left, that our people wanted to go against, to try to be like the other nations. It's high time that we get back to doing what the Lord say, so he can raise us up to be a great nation again. A exceeding great army is what the scriptures say will be once we learn how to come together. All right. So let me see here. See what we got. Questions? Anybody got any questions? I don't see none. In the chat, in the shop. I.S.U.P.K, y'all got any questions?
Slack, sir. I.S.U.P.K is not here yet, but I do have a question. I'm trying to pull it up right now, sir. I had a question from the.
All right, no problem. Go ahead and grab that, and then we'll go ahead and get it. Let me see here. Y'all make sure everybody is good for the Passover. Passover coming April 1st. You know what I'm saying? 2023. We're going to go down there and get it in. Make sure you're getting all your ducks in a row. Remember, the Passover is a law. All right? So if you call yourself keeping the law, you will keep the Passover. That's how that goes. All right? You in the truth? Keep the Passover. Do what the Lord told you to do. We're going to continue and definitely do it here in the I.S.U.P.K. If you need help, speak to your camp leader about it. You know what I'm saying? The reason why the Passover fee is what it is the people who can afford to pay that Passover fee pays it, but everybody comes. Everybody. All right? So make sure y'all get y'all affairs in order. If you can afford it, you go ahead and you pay that $200. If you can afford more, you know what I'm saying, maybe you might want to sponsor a brother or a family that cannot pay that. So that's how we do it in the spirit of brotherhood. So with that, like I said, anybody got any questions, go ahead and ask. If not, I'll jump into it. I don't really got to wait on people to ask questions on the shop. You know what I'm saying? But it would be better. It would be better that if you did come to class, you know what I'm saying, that we can answer a question. We got a lot going on too. What I wanted to talk about tonight, if you want, you can go ahead and get some precepts together, is what's going on in Israel, and we still killing each other. We still dying over foolishness. We still don't understand the name of the game. Think Rodriguez, the Passover fee is mandatory. Ask the question. So the Passover fee is not mandatory. The Passover fee is mandatory, but there would be an accommodation. Let's say a brother right now is homeless or something like that. What I'm telling you, all of Israel is invited. You get with your camp leader and you see what arrangements you can make. Sometimes brothers and sisters can come in and help a brother or sister who may not have the Passover fee. The Passover fee is mandatory, but the reason it is what it is because Commanding General YAHANNA foots the bill, and he needs that bread back, man. Ain't nothing free in this world. It ain't free for the arena we going to. Y'all see this arena, y'all gonna be like, oh my God, it's crazy. The UPK came a long way from where we was at in Harlem, It was a little spot in Harlem, my first Passover. I remember, and just to see how it got to the point where we spilling over out the buildings, we got to have them outside now. It's a whole big thing, and you know, we do it major every single time. So that Passover fee is mandatory. What I'm telling you is, if you don't have it, don't say I'm not going to the Passover. There, you need to get with your camp leader, and y'all can discuss a way. Maybe, like I'm telling you, some brothers or sisters may be willing to help other brothers and sisters get there in the spirit of brotherhood. All right. So just don't make it like, oh, I ain't going to the Passover. That's not an option when you're in the truth. We all going to the Passover. The kids, your wives. They only got to put up with each other one day a year. Everybody going to the Passover in the shop. Tell your wife to shut up and come on. Let's do what the Lord say to do. All right. You got to go leave her because she can't serve the Lord. Don't you let her stop you from coming. Or vice versa. You know what I'm saying? Don't let your husband in the world who want to spend the Passover money on weed stop you from getting to the Passover. You make your arrangement and you figure it out. My point is, you get counsel, you can make everything happen. We can move as a unit. Everybody need to stop doing things on their own. We as Israelites should have known a long time ago that together, what the scripture says, Zephaniah says, gather yourselves together, old nation not desired. Your oppressor got the foot on your neck. You know what I'm saying? They ain't letting up. The jobs is paying less. The rent is being more. Gas going up. Food going up. I mean, I seen cats making memes online where they got eggs bagged up like drugs.
Eggs bagged up?
Bagged up like drugs.
Oh, bagged up. Good night.
I think like a dozen eggs might be $7, $8, and that's if you ain't getting name brand eggs. You know what I'm saying? That's where we at right now. Like it's a shortage on chickens or something.
Wow. Huh.
First it was the wings, now it's the eggs. Don't make no sense. My point in why I'm saying this is times ain't getting no easier, but those people who serving the Lord know how to come together and make something happen. You know what I'm saying? My little 15 cent, your 15 cent make 30. You can't do nothing by yourself in this earth. Nothing. We are a nation of people, and it's time we start acting like it and learn how to deal with each other. Instead of trying to do everything on your own. We've been failing like that for a long. How many times you see black people like, I don't need nobody. Mm-hmm. Just me, by myself. Nah, you're going to need some help, especially you trying to do the work of the Lord. Christ was walking on water and raising the dead, and he still went out grabbing niggas, taking them off their job. We're going to help him do the work of the Lord. So you think you're going to do something by yourself and Christ didn't? He still had them boys go get a donkey from somebody else. You know what I'm saying? In order for him to make the fish and the 5 loaves of bread, they had to be there. They had to have it. This man had nowhere to stay. But they kept the Passover. Remember that. None of them niggas ain't had no job. Hey, Nashak. None of the disciples ain't had no job, and them niggas kept the Passover. So you ain't about to give me no excuse. Right. About to give me no excuse.
They made it to the Passover, sir.
Lord don't want to hear it. This is no excuses, no cowards. All right. So if you got to be sick. Yeah, I feel myself getting sick on this job on April the 1st. Sick of being here. Sick of not doing what the Lord say. Don't you feel yourself being sick of not doing what the Lord say on April 1st? To go and keep the Lord's Passover with your brothers and sisters. That's mandatory. It's you ask, is the fee mandatory? Keeping the Passover is mandatory. All right. With that, anybody got any questions? You got your question on the shop?
Go
ahead with it.
The book of Job, sir, if I could, the book of Job, chapter 6. And basically, okay, so we was reading Job, and I got to a part in it, and it sounded almost like a parable, and I really couldn't discern what he was saying. So I just really needed a general breakdown on chapter 6, verse 16 through 19.
Job chapter 6, verse 16 through 19.
Yes, sir.
What's your question? Is this a parable?
Well, I didn't understand like what he was saying, sir. Basically, I couldn't, break down what he was saying.
All right, I'll see what I can do. Can't break it down, but I'm gonna see what I can do. All right.
Start up.
Oh,
we got Trooper Kanak.
Yeah.
Hold on.
You can bring him up.
Yes, sir.
Just in case the brother want to help read. No, he got a question. Let me see if he got a question. So.
He's up, sir.
Hey, Shalom, Lord Christ. You got a question out?
Yahweh Shem Yeshua Barakatham. Khan Adam Khan, sir. I got a question in Colossians.
All right, what's the question?
Colossians 3 and 8. I wanted to know what is filthy communication. What does that mean? What he's saying about that? By filthy communication.
Anybody else got any questions? Go ahead and put them up in the chat. Yeah, I know. Hey, don't y'all usually go through a roll call in the shop?
Give a shout out to everybody in the chat.
Yeah, you want to go ahead and run that, or you want me to run it? How you want to do it?
I can do it, sir. It's no sweat.
Yeah, go ahead and run it down for the brothers and sisters that actually come to class and do what they supposed to do, trying to learn. You know what I'm saying? Trying to get the knowledge that's gonna help us get out of the situation we in. So. Go right ahead, my brother. Then we'll get this joint started. You saying something? I can't hear you. Kanak, you there?
Sir, I'm here.
All right, give me Hebrews 5 and 12 till we get in the shock back. I don't know what happened. Get that brother back.
Lock, sir, I'm here.
Oh, okay, all right. I was about to call in the reinforcements, man.
That's a lock, yes, sir. All right.
What's going
on? So yeah. Most High in Christ, we want to give a shout out to everybody that's in the chat. Everybody, like you said, sir, that's being diligent and being in here and changing their life. So, we got Tink Rodriguez, this is a new sister, look like. Okay, so definitely you want to hit the link on the sign-in sheet so you can get credit for being in the class, okay? Rodriguez, Shalom Yahweh.
That's the one that say docs.google.
Sir.
That's the first link. So like if you're new to the class, make sure you hit that link. I know a lot of people be seeing the link, not the one that says StreamYard. That's the one to tap in and like get on in the class and ask a question live. The one that says doc.google, all the new students, if you don't have a name, you know what I'm saying? If you don't have a Hebrew name, if you still in your 90 days, if you outside your 90 days and you haven't got that name, that could be the reason why you ain't checking in the class to let us know you here. Hit that Google Docs up there. It'll just ask you a question, who you are, what city you in, so on and so forth, and check in so you can actually become a part of this body, become a part of this school, start, letting people know that you exist and that you're here to do the work of the Lord. Go ahead, Salak, y'all.
Surf the water. So most definitely, hit that link. Go ahead and sign in. But Yahweh Shemal Athah B'Shem Yahushua to you, Most High in Christ, for you to be in the class. Okay, we got Crazy Rockstar. I've seen him past couple weeks. Okay, not sure what's going on with you. I see the shield you got in there, so definitely go ahead.
That's a hell of a name, right? Crazy Rockstar. Huh?
Go ahead and hit, the sign-in sheet, get down with us. Let us know what's going on with you. Shaya, definitely always in the class. Shalom, Yahweh Shemal Athah B'Shem Yahushua to you. Okay.
Oh, that's Shaya Ra.
It's like Shayara,
Mm-hmm.
Khan, Kanak Yahawada, okay. Trooper strong in this troop, Yahweh Bashim Yahushua Barakatah. Trooper Mashab, okay, over there and on the west coast of Florida, Yahweh Bashim Yahushua Barakatah. Okay, Princess Ra'ayah, strong sister in the troop, okay. Most High in Christ, she always in every class. Gotta give her a round of applause. She definitely, right. You know what I mean, strong sister in the troop. Yahweh Shemal thought about Shem Yahushua, that sister for sure. Okay. What else? Who we got? What's that? K-Sun TV Brown. Okay, I think that's new. I ain't seen that one before. Out of Tampa. Okay. It says Shalom Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua Barakatah. Officer Yaquab. Okay, Most High in Christ. Most High in Christ. Officer Yaquab.
Yaquab in the building. Big Judah.
Christ.
Hey, Most High in Christ. Shout out. Shalom. Yahushua. Big Judah in the building.
Most High in Christ. And then we got Ma'ila Bach. Okay, Most High in Christ. He riding. That's your rib, sir, right?
I know that sister very well.
Most High in Christ. Good sister, man. Good, very good sister, sir. Most High in Christ. Shalom Yahweh Shemal thought about Shem Shot of her for sure. Serving, being able to serve an officer of 5,000 Kazakh. She can roll with you, sir. Most High in Christ. She definitely need, deserve, definitely deserve.
That's hell, boy.
That's it, sir.
All right, no sweat. I see young man Mario. I see Carvel in there. I see sister Brandy in there. See Officer Magazar. So we got some other people in here.
Okay.
Shalom to everybody. You know what I'm saying? See Officer Ricavia, Officer Yahiza. We got everybody checking in. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and get it in. Let's go ahead and check with this Job real quick. See if I can't get the answer to it. It says Job chapter 6.
Verse,
we can't get that out there. Kanat, you want to do some reading for me?
Always willing and ready, sir.
Most High in Christ, Most High in Christ. Let's go to the book of Job then, chapter 6. Oh, you got that Hebrews, didn't you?
Con, sir.
Let's read that first, and then we'll go into the question.
Con. The book of Job, chapter 5.
No. Hebrews.
Oh, Salakia, sir. I'm in Hebrews. I'm talking about Job. Salakia. The book of Hebrews, chapter 5, verse 12.
12.
For when the time, Salakia, sir.
No, keep going.
Okay, Salakia. For when the time, Salakia. For when for the time ye ought to be teachers. Ye have need that one teach you again, which be the first principles of the oracles of the power.
All right, so here we go again. Like, this is 2023. You know what I'm saying? It's a time where we ought to be teachers. Everybody want to be a teacher. You ever look on YouTube? Oh, I be on Clubhouse. You got, fake Israelites teaching. You got Christians teaching. You got women teaching. Everybody teaching. Africans teaching. Here's the problem. The people who's supposed to be teaching have need that somebody teach them again. We've been taught lies by the Christian church, by the Muslim mosque, by society, by science, those things. Everything they trying to tell us, right? Everything they try to tell us about God has been a lie. So now when you find the truth, you automatically skeptical. So now who's going to teach your children when they teaching your children about how to be a part of the LGBT community? When they teaching your children about how to be a part of society, how to be a Democrat, how to be a Republican, how to be a good citizen in America. Thank you for your service. When they teaching your kids that from birth, how you going to teach them about serving the Lord? How? When you don't even know yourself. All we was taught the truth on how to serve God was to go to church, to go to Bible study, and to get a pastor's appreciation gift. That's it. What else you knew about serving God? Maybe you got a gift to sing, so you can draw souls in these seats, because don't nobody want to go and hear this nigga line every week. You got to get some singing and dancing in there in the shop.
Oh,
Nobody, we tired of hearing him telling us how we got to stop getting high, telling us about how we can't sleep with, and he's sleeping with everybody. The only reason people go to church is the singing and dancing and the food. Somebody know how to cook in there too. The big lady who ain't got no man, and she is a dragon. She's gorgeous and she can cook, and she is terrible and horrible. Y'all know her. Here's the point. As a nation, we've come to a point where we have need that someone teach us again. And that's what we do here at the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. We teach you again that those things that you learned before were wrong. Ain't nobody gonna say it. Your pastor was wrong. Your grandma was wrong. They didn't know the Bible. If you go to if you go to Romans chapter 10, it said they have a zeal of the Lord, but not according to knowledge. They went about to establish their own righteousness and have not came into the righteousness of God. That's us. That's us, Akim. That's us, Akwathian. We got need that somebody teach us again. And guess what? It ain't nothing heavy. It ain't nothing deep that we need to learn. Read, Kana.
Khan, sir. Khan. And are become such as need of milk.
Nah, is that right? Go up a little bit.
Salakia. For ye have need that one teach you again, which be the first principle of the oracles of the power.
That's what I'm talking about, the first principles. How you gonna get all deep with it? It's like you want to go to college, but you ain't went to kindergarten. You know, in kindergarten, in the shop, they ain't teaching you nothing heavy. They teaching you how to follow the leader, stand in line, you on silence. You know what I'm saying? How to sit in the chair, sit down. That's what you got to learn, the first principles. You feel me? I can't teach you algebra when you don't know how to sit down and listen. I can't teach you, you know what I'm saying, chemistry until you learn that you can't talk while the teacher is talking. The first principles of the oracles, that's how far we is from where the Lord want us at. We don't even know the first principles. We don't know, rank and order. We don't know structure. We don't know there's a time to speak and a time to be quiet. We don't know, you know what I'm saying, how to give, how to be a good parent, much less talk about building an army, how to be a good husband, how to be a good wife, how to be a good mother, father. Are you talking about building a nation and ruling over people? You're talking about getting off the bottom? When your oppressor got a 500-year head start, well, the first thing you need to know is thou shalt and thou shalt not. That's what you need to know. Because you doing all the thou shalt nots and you ain't doing none of the thou shalls. You feel me?
Yes, sir.
Go ahead, Kanat.
And I will come, sir. And are become such as have need of milk and not of strong meat.
Now, if y'all ask me a deep question, like this brother be asking questions, in Ezekiel and Job and some of the prophets be saying stuff, and it's got to get broke down. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. That might be above my pay grade. We'll see. But I can go get the answer for you. But what I like to do is make sure that we have the first principles of the oracles of God, that we know what we need to be doing and how to establish this Bible in your life as far as for your family, as far as on an everyday basis, how to make it practical. It's universal already, how to make it practical so that you will be able to use it when you're dealing with your family, when you're dealing with your coworkers, when you out and they'll notice a difference in you than it is in them. Let me tell y'all something. Don't be afraid to be different. The Lord have called you to be holy. People are supposed to be uncomfortable around you. Don't try to make people comfortable when they doing something they ain't got no business doing either. Because by doing that, that means they making you uncomfortable for serving God and not doing what they do. Everybody understand that, right? You trying to conform to the world and be a part of the world, that is a enemy to God. Y'all know that's a precept, right? If I'm saying it, it's in the Bible. I ain't making this up. If y'all want to see it, just let me know. Tell me in the chat. I be doing it on the what's it called it? On the clubhouse. We say book, chapter, verse. Where it's at. Anytime you hear a Christian talking, saying something, that's you start saying book, chapter, verse to them. Tell me where it's at. Where that's at in the Bible? Are you making that up? What book is it in? What chapter and what verse is it? So let's go there and see. 9 times out of 10, it ain't in there. The rapture is not in there. The Trinity is not in there. The virgin birth is not in there. All of the stuff that they told us about Jesus, the law being done away with is not in there. God loves everybody is not in there. So now you got to be taught again from square one. All right. So now that we got this established, we could drop that. Let's go to Job chapter 6. What verse you said it was in the shop?
Colonel Khan, sir, it's going to be verse 16 through 19.
All right. So,
if I may, sir.
Yep.
I could read it and start up at verse 14 and kind of try to.
Do you want to give, like you said, y'all read the whole thing? This was in the Sabbath service or something?
Colonel Khan, sir.
Okay. Can you give me the backdrop of what's going on?
Okay, Colonel Khan, sir. So basically, Job is talking to one of the brothers that came to console him. And, he's basically, looking for pity from these brothers, and he's kind of, he's looking for pity. And then he gets, to a certain point in here, like I said, verse 16, and, he's just saying all these things. And, I kind of didn't understand his, he's giving precepts, but not precepts, but, analogies on, the brothers should be, giving him pity or whatever.
All right, let's start at verse 9. Let's start at verse 9. Let me get a little bit of the context so I can get in it. All right.
Colonel Khan, sir. Chapter 6.
I want you to read it.
Yes, sir. Colonel Khan, I got it, sir. Job chapter 6 and verse 9. Even that it would please God to destroy me, that he would let loose his hand and cut me off. Then should I have comfort. Yea, I would hearten myself in sorrow. Let him not spare, for I have not concealed the words of the Holy One. So this is him pleading with the Lord that either one, that he would have mercy on him, or that he would destroy him, right? So that he would have comfort. He says, let him not spare, for I have not concealed the words of the Holy One. So Job is having pity for himself. He's throwing a pity party by himself, ain't he? Sir.
If I'm correct. And look at that. All right, at what verse are we at now?
Verse 11. I'm about to read verse 11.
All right, let's go.
Colonel Khan. Job 6 and 11. What is my strength, that I should have hope? And what is my end, that I should prolong my life?
Like, what is the meaning? Why I gotta go through all this? What's the point? You know what I'm saying? What do I got to hope for? I done lost everything. I done been through it all. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, so am I just here to be tortured now? Basically, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, let me up out of this. I done went through enough. And I know you've heard plenty of people. We all go through them times where we like, I just can't take it no more. Joe, like, I just can't take it no more. Like, what's the point in going through this? You feel me?
Colonel, sir.
Everybody who's been through something has asked that question. Some more than others. Some really desired to lead. It's like, I can't take not one more bit of this. The scriptures say the things that are written aforetime were written for our learning. The story of Job, we know Job was losing everything, and listen to what he's saying. Right? What is my strength that I should hope for? Like, what is there left for me to hope for at this point? Everything is getting taken away from this man. He like, man, listen, is the Lord just trying to destroy me? I have comfort if he gonna just take me up out of here. What is my end that I should prolong my life? What do I have to live for? Go ahead, keep going.
Job 6:12. Is my strength the strength of stones, or is my flesh of brass?
He's talking about things that are hard, things are solid. Like how strong I gotta be. How strong I gotta be to going through this, and what is the point of all of it? Keep going.
Job 6:13. Is not my help in me, and is wisdom driven quite from me?
So like, I don't know what's going on with this. You know what I'm saying? I can't find it within myself or what my help is. Keep going.
Verse 14. To him that is afflicted, pity should be showed from his friend, but he forsaketh the fear of the Almighty.
To him that is afflicted, pity should be shown from his friend. This is what Job is saying. But he forsaketh the fear of the Almighty. So while you going through stuff, you looking for pity, but yet you still forsaking to fear God. How do you fear God?
If I may, sir.
Yep.
By keeping the law, statutes, and commandments.
Doing what he say to do. The whole time people be going through it, they looking for pity from everybody else, but they still not doing what the Lord telling them to do. That's crazy.
Sir.
Keep going.
Yes, sir. Job 6:15. My brethren have dealt deceitfully as a brook, and as the stream of brooks they pass away.
So this is talking about other people. Now remember, Job was a just man. While he going through it, he realizing everybody ain't as just as him, but yet he's still going through it. He like, look, man, these brothers dealt deceitfully with me. He like, other people be looking for pity and they don't get they get pity, but they still don't fear the Lord. Look at all the other brothers. They done dealt deceitfully as a brook. And as a stream, they pass away. Like they keep going. They going about their business. Them ain't my dogs. They wasn't really down for me. Because now I'm going through it and they ain't here. Go ahead.
Yes, sir. Verse 16. Which are blackish by reason of the ice, and wherein the snow is hid.
That's your question right there, right?
Yeah, it starts right here, sir.
Go ahead.
17. What time they wax warm, they vanish. When it is hot, they are consumed out of their place.
So it's like a metaphor, right? He's saying like they like ice. One time you'll see an ice cube, a big block of ice, Frosty the damn snowman, whatever. Right? He here now. Your friend is here. But now you look again and it's gone. The water's evaporated. The snow done melted. Just like he's saying, the deceitful as a brook, when the stream passed by, it's like that water that's right here now is going down the waterfall now. It's not the same water you're looking at. That other water is gone. You understand or no?
Sir. I get it. So
all right, so they say he's saying it like it is like a metaphor. I think it's a metaphor, maybe a simile. No, it's a simile. No, it's a metaphor. which are blackish by reason of ice, and wherein the snow is hid, right? What time they wax warm, like as soon as they wax warm, as soon as it get warm, they vanish. They here, but as soon as it's going down, as soon as the temperature change, they ain't there no more. Right? Things are good. Y'all know that like the kingpins, when you was doing all that, slinging all that in the hood, and you had all the women and all the money and all the drugs and all of that, they around, they hanging around. But when times come where you ain't got all that, now you doing your bid. Now your family getting murdered, and you can't find them. So what Job is talking about is just the same way that water is in that brook. You see it right now, but you keep looking, that water is gone. It's the same way. They blackish by reason of ice, meaning as long as you keep them cold, they there. And where in the snow is hid. You don't really know what's keeping it there. But what time they wax warm, they vanish. And when it's hot, they are consumed out of their place. Read verse 18.
Yes, sir. The water. Job 6 and 18. The paths of their way are turned aside. They go to nothing and perish.
So yeah, he's just really talking about like if people that's not down and he's going through it. He's basically saying like, I need some help and ain't nobody here for me. Basically, I need some help and ain't nobody here for me. These supposed to be my people. That's why he says it's my strength, it's myself. How strong I gotta be. I'm afflicted right now and nobody's showing me pity. When other people go through it, they show them pity and they don't even fear the Lord the way that Job did. You get it or no?
Yes, sir. I get it, sir. Most High in Christ, the water. Most High in Christ.
All right. Let's go to that one you had, what you had, Colossians 3 and 8.
What kind, sir?
All right, once again, y'all, if y'all have any questions, go ahead and put them in the chat. Colossians chapter 3. And the question was what?
Salakia, what is
what is the filthy communication?
Yeah, out of your mouth. What he say, the filthy communications out of your mouth.
It's cussing.
Sir.
Filthy mouth. Oh, dirty mouth. Oh, dirty mouth. Filthy. All right, so let's go to verse 5 real quick. Let's start there.
Okay. The book of Colossians, chapter 3, verse 5. Mortify therefore your members which are upon the earth: fornication, uncleanness, inordinate affections, evil
concupiscence.
Dang. And covetousness, which is idolatry.
All right, let's go ahead and break that down. All right, let's go ahead and get Nishak. Go ahead and get me inordinate. Somebody else in the chat can get me concupiscence, the definition, or if you want to go ahead and get it, could not go ahead and get it. Concupiscence. And I don't mind if y'all just look in the blue letter and get the definition of the Greek word that's there. I don't mind for the sake of time we do it like that. But if it's in the Zondervan Bible Dictionary, let me see. I got my Zondervan Bible Dictionary right here because I am trained to always have the information I need. You never know when you're going to have to cut somebody. You know what I'm saying? You never know.
Yes.
Huh? Is it them?
Yeah, Salakia, sir.
Somebody saying something?
Yeah,
go right ahead.
This is Officer Atazab.
Yep.
Concupiscence. I know it's in the the Webster dictionary, but I don't think it's in the Bible dictionary. So I'm gonna read it out of the Webster. It says, "Now, strong desire, especially sexual desire."
All right, a strong sexual desire. All right. All right, what's inordinate? Inordinate. I can tell you what I could tell you just based on my study of the English language. In means the opposite of ordinate means the ordinance that was given. So that means it's something that was not ordained or something that was not given. But nobody care what Kazakh say. What is the definition? Go ahead.
Is it like
Let's
the
read
word
ordinate, inordinate?
I was gonna say, is it like the word insubordinate?
Yes, that means you're not subordinate. Inexcusable means there's no excuse. Indefensible means you can't defend it. Inaccessible means you can't get in it. Inordinate. Somebody give me either ordinate or inordinate. You could look it up in the Webster's.
Oh God.
Yeah, I know y'all don't be wanting to take the time to break these things down, man. Listen, one thing I was taught by Captain Shawar Yala, man, when you don't know what something means and you can't quote it verbatim almost, you want to go and look it up. Because this is why in the Christian church they think something means something because they don't know what the meaning of the words mean.
Come.
Let's break through that. This is the home of the truth. All right, home of the truth. So make sure we know what we're talking about. We pride ourselves on being scholars within this, and you know we're gonna do what we got to do. It take a couple of minutes. That's all it take. Go look up a word. You don't want to look up a word, and you like being fed. You can go hear a pastor preach. He ain't gonna look up none of them words he's saying. He gonna skip right past the hard word. I'm gonna get alone, and I'm gonna preach when I came to preach. Whatever I already knew before I go. Go ahead.
It means out of order.
Out of order. There you go. Not in order, right? So like mortify, that means to kill. Therefore, your members which are upon the earth, right? This is talking about your flesh, the things. Remember, all that's in the world is the lust of the eyes, the lust of the flesh, and the pride of life. That's what we fighting. So if you can kill your hand that wants to hit a nigga in his face or his mouth for saying something stupid, if you want to kill your sexual parts that want to sleep with another man's woman or sleep with a man that's not your husband, you got to kill that. You cannot let it control you. That's what he's talking about. Why? When Christ, who is our life, shall appear, then shall we also appear with him in glory. Mortify, therefore, your members which are upon the earth. Now listen to all these things. Because you'll hear a Christian tell you, you ain't gotta change. Christ has given you grace, and you ain't gotta keep no laws or do none of this. Well, why is he talking about fornication? Is fornication in the law? Uncleanliness. Those things that you do to become unclean. And we ain't talking about for a day or for a week. We talking about those things that get you cut off from the children of Israel. Right? Unordained or inordinate or out of order affection. Now, what is that? I thought you could love who you want to love. God is love. What is inordinate affection? Anybody?
Lucky.
Go ahead, Kanat.
When I hear that, and I don't know if I'm right or not, but I'm thinking about homosexuality.
LGBTQ and RNS.
Like a man.
Affection. That's having affection that is out of order. That's having what they say, the international MAMBA. What is it? Man Boy Love? Man Boy Love Association. Y'all familiar with this organization?
I don't know about that.
They have an organization based on men loving boys.
Wow.
I've heard of an organ. I didn't know it was called man, whatever.
General Muhammad brought it out. That's the only reason I would never know about anything like that had I not been taught to it by men who study a lot more than me.
Oh, excuse.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
somebody can Google it. Make sure I'm saying it right. Go ahead, Nishad. What you got?
Oh shit! I just wanted if I could say the inordinate affection. Can I say also that would be loving white people or loving the other nations instead of loving your own?
I want to say it can be used in that manner, but that's not what he's talking about right here.
Sir. I understand.
Yeah, he's specifically talking about those things that make you do something against God with your members.
Sir, I understand.
Fornication, uncleanliness, inordinate affection, evil concupiscence. What was concupiscence again?
Extreme
sexual desires.
Yes.
Evil sexual desires, covetousness. Thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's wife, which is idolatry. Go ahead to verse 6.
Slacky.
Go ahead.
So the Namble is N, like N as in Nancy, A-M.
I think it's M. I think it's M-A-M-B-A.
It's called the North American Man Boy Love Association.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's it. Nambo with an M. Did y'all know this existed?
Wow. I did not know that existed. Wow.
Well, y'all start when we've been saying this a lot. We've been saying this in the UPK. I've only heard like one or two other people. One of them was Umar Johnson, who is a psychologist, said that at some point always goes back to like, I think it was the 60s or the 70s, where they would call homosexuality a psychological, they would call it a mental illness. And then they stopped. Basically, if you would love the same sex, you was considered crazy. And now we would say that if somebody loves a child, they are considered crazy. Well, this organization fights to make loving a child, it's a type of affection that they should be able to have. And that's what that organization is about. They fighting for the right to love little kids.
It's lucky, sir.
Go ahead.
If you want me to read like a little excerpt from it?
I don't know how much we want to do it at, but they can get the point. Go ahead and read. Go ahead and read a little bit so they can get the point. I'll stop you when I can't take it no more.
Well, just the first two sentences should be enough for you.
Okay, so, go ahead. Go with that. Let's see if we can get through the first one.
The North American Man Boy Love Association, NAMBLA, is a pedophilia and pederasty advocacy organization in the United States.
Hold on, wait. A pedophilia advocacy. A pedophilia advocacy. What? Read it again. Hold on. They advocating pedophilia is basically what they're saying, right?
In pederasty, which is a sexual relationship between an adult man and a boy.
Yeah. Keep going.
It works.
That's inordinate affection. That's evil concupiscence.
Right.
That's fornication. It's unclean. It's covetousness. It's all of it. Go ahead.
It works to abolish age of consent laws criminalizing adult sexual involvement with minors.
You get the point. We don't need no more of that. Right. This exists. This is an organization. People are a part of it, just like the NAACP, just like the Democratic Party, just like any other organization, just like the Kappa Alpha Psi, just like the Ebenezer Baptist Church. People are a part of this organization. It exists.
It's existed for 44 years, sir.
Now, it was what?
It's existed for 44 years.
Okay. All right, then. So you know what that means, right? It ain't just some people who started something that nobody wanted to be a part of. That means they done carried this thing down, and people are joining. That's where we at. Anyways, back to what the brother was breaking out. In order for you to separate from this world, this is what Paul is telling the church in Colossians. You have to kill your members, even if you had some stupid thought in your mind about something nasty or disgusting, dealing with a child, dealing with somebody else's wife, dealing with anything in your mind. You have to kill that before it becomes a part of something that you do. That's what he's talking about. Inordinate affection, evil concupiscence, and covetousness, which is idolatry. Read verse 6.
Kind. For which things sake the wrath of the power cometh on the children of disobedience.
For these things like this, the wrath of God coming on these people. The wrath of God is coming on these people. And you as a child of God, I'm doing the air quotation, right? As a child of God, become children of disobedience. You are not a child of God doing these things. And that's all of them. That's all of them. Right? Inordinate affection. Even that. Loving somebody you ain't supposed to be loving. The brother took it even to another nation, but he's speaking specifically of something that will have you, doing something with your body outside of what God would have. Go ahead to verse 7.
Kind. In the which ye also walk some time when ye live in them.
All right, here we go. Don't nobody want to deal with this in the truth, huh? Yeah. Y'all don't remember them dudes that used to come and pick up the girls from high school because they had a good car, and they get the little 16-year-old, 15-year-olds, and they was like 30 years old? Somebody did that. Y'all don't remember being in the world and some dude, he's slipping his old lady calling you because she want to come cry on your shoulder about something he done did, and you sleep with her? Yeah, you done did that. I don't got to keep going. You might have been gay. You might have been whatever. All sin is sin to the Most High. And if you come and change your life and you don't sin anymore, then you become a child of God. So he's speaking to people that changed their life and calling them out and saying, yeah, you've done that before. But in order to follow Christ, you got to kill those disgusting things you think about, those disgusting things you should do. And do like look, the lady at the well, the adulterous lady that they brought before Christ deserved to die. Y'all do realize that, right? Right. But there was none of them that was the carrying out that judgment was without sin. They all deserved to die. They all deserve to die. And Paul is making it clean. He is a brother that was killing Christians, killing people who followed Christ. They murking them. He was a brother that talking about he had thorns in his side, even in the truth. He didn't tell you what they was, but it was things that he was dealing with. The point is, right now, he's talking to the people who decided to come into the truth in Colossians and saying to y'all, you got to stop letting your body control you. You have to let the Spirit of God control you. That's what he talk about, Kanak. You get that part, right? If you let your members control you, you're going to have inordinate affection, fornication, all type of unlawful sex, uncleanliness, all of this stuff. And it says these things, the Lord's wrath will come upon you. He said, which you also, you live in them. You did some of this stuff before, right? Here's verse 8. Go ahead.
But now ye also put off all these: anger, wrath, malice, blasphemy, filthy communications out of your mouth.
But now you put off all of this stuff. Anger. The scripture say you can get angry. So what is he talking about? Be angry, but sinning not. The anger that caused you to murder your brother. The anger that caused you to do something you ain't got no business doing. Y'all understand that, right? Wrath. We all know what our oppressors is doing to us. and some of us, we done read the Bible and we hear that. He that killeth with the sword. Vengeance is of the Lord, Akim.
Right.
It's a time and a place for everything under the sun. Malice. That's wrongdoing. You ain't about to be talking about hitting no licks, about nobody. You ain't about to lie on God. That's blasphemy. Filthy communication is all of these things you talking about. Is Mr. Steele girl?
It's
You ain't about to be talking about, boy, I do this, that, and the other to that nigga old lady. Or I do this, that, and the other to that nigga. I can't kill that nigga.
Right.
I do this, that, her slipping, boy. Such and such and such and such. All of the things niggas talk about in the bar and all of these things are filthy communication. Everything you do in music, everything. That's all filthy communication. You talking about singing. What Ply say? I'm his old lady.
All right. What is?
Keep playing, dog. And
all of this. I'm a smash your old lady. Really. Anything that's against God that you sitting there talking about like it's okay. We check them demons in here. We correct that. And think about it, like you in times past done walked in that where that was the thing to do. I'm gonna sell crack to get some money. I'm gonna rob niggas to get some money. I'm gonna sleep with somebody's old lady. I'm going to the strip club, somebody's daughter. I'm gonna do this with somebody's daughter. I'm gonna do that, and I'm gonna do this, that, and the other to her. All of these things are not how a man of the Lord is supposed to carry himself, not how a woman of the Lord is supposed to carry herself. Right? And we all listen to it in our music. If you still listen to music, I don't know, some niggas came in the truth. They don't listen to rap music no more. I still listen to it, but I know it's evil. I know when I'm hearing something that's against God. Just like I know if I'm watching something on TV. You be in the truth long enough, sometimes you can't even hear, listen to certain stuff. You don't even want to look at it on TV. Anybody ever been watching a show or something and you carrying the stuff you learned in the truth? Like, man, I ain't supposed to be doing that. Right now, if I'm watching a show and the brother get with a white girl, I'd be like, damn, man. Right. I mean, so the world is wrong with it. That's an inordinate affection, the shock. That's an inordinate affection. Dang, why he couldn't get with a sister? Or they pull some gay stuff out. Oh man, here they go with that. It's a part of the storyline. It's perfectly normal in the world, but us being taken away from the world, we don't talk like that. We don't walk like that. We don't move like that. You have to be holy. That's what the bottom line. It keeps coming back. You got to separate yourself from the world. You got to. You can't claim you represent the truth and represent YAHANNA and represent Christ and represent God and represent all this and be just like everybody else. It's 2.3 billion people that call themselves Christians on this planet. None of them keeping no law, statutes, and commandments. They sleeping with whoever they want to. They doing everything they want to do and not what the Lord do. You cannot be like that. You are blasphemy is right here in this thing. It's talking about blasphemy in verse 8. That's lying on God, saying you belong to him and you belong to the world. You got his name on you, but you're going to get a giant tattoo, nigga. The Lord said don't get tattoos, nigga. You got a cross tatted on you. Y'all, you with me, Kanaka? No.
I'm right there with you, sir.
All right, so give me Give me your words of what I'm saying. The filthy communication is, so I can know you understand.
Shit, you said all of them.
Yeah, it
talking
is
about
right
going
there.
on.
Saying words like hell, damn, shit. That's filthy communication, right?
Lie, sir. That's
what is filthy communication?
Telling another brother that you about to go rob another brother, or you
That's
stole
an example.
from them.
That's an example of it. But what is it really?
What is filthy communication?
Yeah.
Saying anything that's against the Most High.
That's talking against. It's speaking things that are unclean, speaking things that are against God. It's talking about it. It's like in the scriptures. I don't know if y'all was in there. What was it? Thursday night. I asked General Muhammad about that, where it says, "Let your words be something among the Gentiles when you're around the Gentiles." Anybody was in that class? Yeah, y'all need to be in class.
Come on, sir. I'll listen to it.
Okay, so you know what I'm talking about, right? When he was talking, I was asking who was those Gentiles it was talking about.
Yeah,
I was watching. And he was saying it was Israelites, and the reason why. What this is talking about, bro, if you're gonna sit there and talk about what you would do to a sister, or how you would have her, and how you would do this, and how you would rob niggas, and how you would do this, and all this, what separates you from anybody in the world? That's what everybody talking about. I pay for it, and I do this, and I sell drugs, and I go get the keys, and I do that. Nigga, that's filthy communication. You're not representing Christ. You're not representing the Most High. You're not representing somebody who has changed. You're representing a nigga that's still in the world. All right? Anybody got any questions on that?
So like you say.
Yeah, go ahead.
So like if you just saying like if you saying like you're having a conversation with somebody that's not in the truth, and you telling them about your past life and all like the things you used to do, but you're telling them the reason, like, you know, so you leading it up.
Stop doing that, man. Y'all mute up, man. Mute up over there, man.
That nigga say, "Oh Lord."
Salaki, sir.
It's a live class for the world. Boy, the World Wide Web. Go ahead. Salaki, my content is shock. I ain't mean Salaki. Go ahead.
Hey, you telling
you're gonna find a way to keep talking about it, huh? Boy, I used to tear them hoes up. That what you talk about? I used to sell all it. Yeah, nigga. Nobody want to hear that.
Like you said, you leading them up to like, bro, I don't do that no more. Like the Lord, changed it, bro.
You don't do it no more. Really, to be honest with you, you ain't got to tell nobody what you done did. And we know you wasn't shit. We know you wasn't nothing. We know you was all. We all was filthy out. You could talk about it for the sake of getting to that point if that's what you're saying, but a lot of times people still find glory in it, and that's why they talk about it. I try not to talk about what I did in the world. I'm ashamed of it. I really don't want nobody to know. I want y'all to know Kazak Damar, the dude that the Lord raised up out of the dirt. I don't really want y'all to know about what was going on prior. You might look at me different. You might look at me different if you really know who I was before this. You understand what I'm saying? If I bring it out to relate to somebody in sense of trying to win them into the truth, that's one thing. But if I still got glory in it, then I'm still talking like this is something that I should be proud of. And I had all this and doing this and I was doing that. That's a spirit that brothers want to get out of when they come out here. This is why, you know what I'm saying? Like even when you hear gospel rap music, that's all they doing. They just rapping like that and then being like, yo, nigga, I murdered 3 niggas. I slept with 5 hoes. I went to the strip club. I had all this money, but then God saved me. Nigga, get the hell out of here, nigga. This is the same song I was just listening to. People want to make it seem as if they saying, you know, but they really still glory in it. That's why they bringing it up. Something we want to do. Yeah, like amongst us that all came from it. Yeah, we talk about it, Canuck old times, things we used to do in the world, because you'd be like, oh, I didn't know you used to do that. I used to do that too. Now we at a point where none of us don't do it, but for somebody on the outside looking in, they may think you the same as them because you having the same conversation as them. That's back to the question about watching your mouth around the Gentiles. Them cats that's in your neighborhood, they ain't in the truth. Watch your mouth around them Gentiles, right? Let your words be seasoned with salt on how you must address every man. Of course, brothers get together and talk about some of the things they did because it actually happened. Talk about how disgusting we was in the world. Because I want a brother to be able to know that what I'm doing right now, this is by the glory, get the glory for showing a brother that's doing what I'm doing now and never doing it again. So yeah, you could do it in that manner, but this is talking about you finding some type of glory in it and not understanding or not saying that it's disgusting, not saying that it's terrible, not saying that you shouldn't do it, but saying I was good at it and I was great and I was the man and I had so many keys and did this. Nigga, you destroy communities, nigga. You destroy some sister's life by being a grown man and doing what you did. You feel what I'm saying? You got to be able to point out the fact of the things that you did wrong. Of course. But I used to get so high and this, that, and the other. The only reason you should be telling that story is because you don't get high no more. That's the moral of the story. I'll never get high again. You understand? Canuck or no?
Conversation like it. That's what I was leading up to. That's what I was saying.
Yeah,
like
no,
to show them the difference.
I got you. I'm just saying, don't even let it be mistaken that you glorying in it while you speaking, or it becomes filthy communication. Absolutely.
Kind of one kind. I understand.
It's got to be known that it's terrible and it's disgusting and it's bad and you're a horrible person and you deserve death. That's got to be all through that right there. Some niggas tell them stories like they want to go back to being a drug kingpin, like they want to go back to being a pimp, like they want to go back to having threesomes and foursomes and all of that. Them niggas ain't all the way where they need to be at in order to do this work. All right? Any other questions? Anybody got no other questions?
Colonel,
go ahead, Up. I don't hear nothing. You hear something, Canuck?
What? Oh.
Like I said, I don't hear.
Go ahead, Isupk. You had something?
No way.
Huh?
Thank you, sir. My question is in Luke, chapter 2. It's talking about where Christ was 12 years old.
Mm-hmm.
So my question basically is, was he teaching? Because when I read this, it just says that he was kind of asking questions. Hold on, I gotta find it.
Where is it? Where we at?
All right, hold on. I think it's in 2 and 41, but hold on.
Any other questions? Anybody else got?
Yeah. Say that again, sir?
Go ahead and put them in the chat.
You're right. 2 and 41 because it tells you 12 years old.
Damn, I'm good. I'm getting better at this.
Shit.
All right, so it's in the book of Luke, chapter 2, verse 41.
What now?
Can you hear me? We I think the connection is getting bad.
Mm-hmm.
Can you hear me, sir?
No, I can hear you loud and clear.
Okay,
loud and clear.
So Luke chapter 2, verse 41. Now his parents went to Jerusalem every year at the feast of the Passover. And when he was 12 years old, they went up to Jerusalem after the custom of the feast. And when they had fulfilled the days, as they returned, the child Yahushua tarried behind in Jerusalem. And Joseph and his mother knew not of it. but they, supposing him to have been in the company, went a day's journey, and they sought him among their kinsfolk and acquaintance. And when they found him, and when they found him not, they turned back again to Jerusalem, seeking him. And it came to pass that after 3 days they found him in the temple, sitting in the midst of the doctors, both hearing them and asking them questions. And all that heard him were astonished at his understanding and answers.
Astonished at his what?
Understanding and answers.
Okay.
So I'm not sure where I heard the idea that he was teaching. You remember we were talking about in that restaurant? You hear things a lot, and you don't really know
You
where it
wonder
comes.
if it's in the Bible, right?
Basically, yes. Was Christ teaching?
All right. So okay, so it's like this right here. Like you being a priest in the truth, right? Let's say you go talk to a brother like Magazar's son, or Magazar, like a sister that was brought up in the truth, or a brother that was brought in the truth, and you start questioning them on some things, and they already know a lot of the answers that you're trying to teach them. And you like, hold on, man. I would, you know what I'm saying? Like me personally, I ain't found out the truth till I was 30-some years old.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? This legit right here. When I met Captain Ariel, I think I was an officer of 500, and he was an officer of 5,000, and he was like 17 years old, and I was a grown man. Hey, and he looked young too, and I was like, I see all these brothers older than me, like Salakia, sir, kind out of one kind, to like this 16, 17-year-old brother. You know what I'm saying? Like, to me, I was astonished. Then I heard him teach a class. I was like, wow. You feel what I'm saying? Like, it's the same way. But what this is talking about, it doesn't specifically say Christ was teaching them. It does say he was asking questions, and they were astonished by what he already knew. So Christ didn't go in there usurping authority and trying to teach the teacher. However, he blew their mind with the wisdom and knowledge and understanding of the Most High that he already had. That's what it's saying. Now, some people would say that he was teaching, but based on what we just read, that's what it's saying specifically. You know what I'm saying? Like, like you can come to class and you know more than the teacher. So then you teaching them something. So it can be inferred, but it ain't really there.
Right.
Now, I don't know if it says it in Matthew or Mark a different way, which would give you the validity of to say that Christ was in there teaching them. But in here, right here, what you just read in Luke specifically is saying that he was asking questions. He ended up with the elders having a conversation about God, and he knew way more than they thought he should know at his age. And they were amazed. You got it? You got more? You got... You there, I can't hear you.
I'm here, sir. I think there's one version in Mark 12.
Yeah, let's read it. If you want to get it, go ahead and get it. There's another version. Nobody else in the chat got any questions?
No, that's not it.
All right, yeah. So I was about to say, if it's another one, it might say it, because you got to remember, Matthew, Luke, John, Mark, it'd be different accounts of the same stories. And one brother might caught something or said it differently than another brother might say it, but it's the same story. It's just like if I'm telling a story, and SHALAM telling a story, and I.S.U.P.K tell a story about what happened at camp on Saturday, I might leave out some information. The last thing I remember us saying at camp might be something, you might remember something different, but it's the same story. It's just a different account. So to somebody, if he in there cutting them, they asking him questions and he know the answers, he cutting them. They might have said teaching. I'm not familiar with that part. I'm familiar with the one that you just read, where he was answering questions and asking them questions. So he just really was conversation with them. But I have heard that all my life, so that's why I believe it's in. That's why I still believe it's in there too. I'm hoping you find it. I do people like that all the time. I tell them, yeah, go show me the word rapture in the Bible, and I let them look. Show me the word Trinity in the Bible, and I let them look. Show me where God loves everybody in the Bible, and I let them look. I remember Captain Mawakwa was teaching, and he said, the Lord work in mysterious ways. Can anybody show me that in the Bible? Now, it might be in there. It might. The Lord work in mysterious ways. Somebody look that up. The Lord work in mysterious ways, KJV. I'm like,
yeah.
I be looking up stuff, and my what's it called? I'll automatically put KJV at the end. You know what I'm saying? Chicken wings near me, KJV. Go ahead, Ishaq.
What's the best soda, KJV?
Right. Go ahead, Ishaq. You got something?
I think that was Kanat.
Kanat, you got something?
Con, sir.
What you got?
I wanted to know, like, the difference between murder and self-defense that leads up to somebody dying.
That's a good question. You said self-defense that leads up to somebody dying. You made me think about like two scriptures. All right, go ahead. Break it down. What you asking me? I thought that God was his ways. I thought you found a precept, bro. Go ahead.
Me?
Yeah.
Oh no, sir. Like I've been meaning to ask this question for like 3 weeks now. I just wanted to know, like, would it still be considered murder if you defend yourself and you end up killing that person? Is it considered a sin?
Like what are you asking about a specific verse or something like that?
When in the commandment say thou shalt not murder. I mean, thou shalt not kill. Like, so with that being said, I know you can defend yourself, but in the course of defending yourself, you end up killing that person. Is it considered a sin?
Let me ask you this. At what extent are you willing to defend your family?
Unto death.
Does that make you a good father or a good husband or a bad husband?
That make me a good husband, sir. Slakia, if I may.
Yeah.
I know I said I'm defending my family unto death, but unto whose death? My death or their death?
That's my point. Both. Give me Numbers chapter 35.
Salakia. I found the other precept as well.
All right, go ahead. Let's get that first.
Go with it. All right, Khan. It's in the book of It's in the book of Matt. Wow. Luke. Hold up.
What you wowing for?
I just lost it. I had it and I lost it.
All right, no sweat. Just let me know. Where you get it again. Let me get Genesis chapter 9, Kanah, verse 5.
Can you say 9 verse 5?
Yeah.
the book of. So you didn't want numbers no more, sir?
Oh, my bad. What I asked for in numbers?
You said Numbers chapter 35, or you said
Let's go to. You already got the numbers.
I got both on, sir.
You can't have both of them. Which one you got in front of you?
I got Genesis 9 and 5, and then in my other hand I got Numbers 35.
Y'all see that right there? There's a brother that's diligent right there. That's a brother that's diligent right there. You know what? You all right, Kanat.
I ain't shit.
You all right, Kanat. You give me whichever one you give me whichever one. I asked for 2 scriptures. The brother went and got both of them. Good night.
Okay, we could. Okay, I'll start with Genesis.
Yeah, let's start
book of
Genesis.
All right, come on, one kind, sir. The book of Genesis, chapter.
Everybody else in the chat just waiting on him to read.
You say Officer Lashot gonna read, sir?
Verse 5. No, I said you. Two guns. I could knock 2 guns. 2
Genesis.
swords.
Right.
2 swords.
Genesis chapter 9, verse 5. And surely your blood of your lives will I require. At the hand of every beast will I require it. And at the hand of man, at the hand of every man's brother will I require the life of man. Whoso sheddeth man's blood, by man shall his blood be shed. For in the image of the power made he man. And you be ye fruitful and multiply. Bring forth abundantly in the earth and multiply therein.
So now this breakdown right here, right? The Lord is about life, right? The breath of life is what keep us going, what we doing. So the Lord is about life. However, there are plenty of things where the Lord will tell you to throw rocks at a nigga until he dies. Throw rocks at a broad until she dies. So other people can live. You understand? If you are a murderer, if you are a whoremonger, if you are a brother that's sleeping with another man's wife, if you are a person that's killing kids or doing something to kids, if you're a person that's breaking the laws of God, certain laws, the Lord requires you to die. Right? Here's what the Lord has a problem with, Kana. It's not that you kill somebody. That's what we always say when it says thou shalt not kill. It's talking about thou shalt not murder. Give me Proverbs chapter 6, verse 17. And the crazy part about this, right? Some of these I might bring out again next Monday. It's interesting. I was going to talk about today, Nishak, when I was asking you about that title, is here we is not out of January. And if you look up the number of murders in Orlando and West Palm Beach, you know what I'm saying, in Duval, in Miami, Tampa, black people killing black people. If you look up the murders, I want to almost guarantee you it's probably 10 or more in each one of them cities. This without me even looking it up. Just this month. I'm talking about we 3 weeks in.
Mm-hmm.
And our problem is that we don't even realize how big of a problem it is. Go ahead.
Did you look this up before you started this class?
No.
It said this is Jacksonville.com. Jacksonville hits 10th.
Oh yeah, I got an idea about Jacksonville's because that's what. Go ahead.
Jacksonville hits 10th homicide.
What did it say?
10th homicide mark in 2023 with a triple slaying and interstate shooting. Can we keep going?
What's the date on it? Do you got a date on it?
January 16th.
No, does it have a date on it? All right, so that's a week or two ago. You know they didn't retaliate. You know they done retaliated for that triple murder already. This way we at. So but I have to get in depth with that. Matter of fact, I'll have y'all get the numbers for y'all city. We come back and we'll talk about that next week. Let me just answer the brother's question. Give me Proverbs 6 and 17, Kanat.
Cut out of my con, sir.
It was 10 a week ago. I
The
know
book
I just
of
seen one on
Proverbs.
the news last night. Go ahead.
You said 6 and 17, sir?
Yeah, you can start at 16, I believe.
Cut out of my con. The book of Proverbs, chapter 6, verse 16. These 6 things doeth the Most High hate.
The Lord hate
Yea.
this. Now, you're going, hold on, wait, don't speed past that. Wait a minute. God is love, ain't he? You gonna speed past that knowing God is love? You trying to tell me God hate? That's what you trying to tell me? Read it again. I don't believe that's in the Bible.
The book of Proverbs,
I believe the
chapter
Trinity
6,
is in the
verse
Bible.
16.
I believe God loves everybody in the Bible, and God hates the sin and love the sinner. The Bible say God hate right here. Read it.
Come, sir. The book of Proverbs, chapter 6, verse 16. These 6 things doeth the Most High hate.
Let's see what God hate.
Yea, 7 are an abomination unto him.
Whoa, hold on. he said 6 and then he added 1. Go ahead. What verse? 6 and what? 15?
6 and 16. Now we on 17, sir.
All right, go ahead. Let's see what these things are.
Book of Proverbs, chapter 6, verse 17. A proud look.
Stop. Until you realize that you are nothing to God unless you become one of his children. All nations are as a drop of dust in the ballot. The only thing that separates you is your obedience to God. That's it. Scripture say, aren't you as the Ethiopians unto me? The Lord said he'll do us, since you want to follow their gods and serve them. Okay, I'm going to treat you like I treat them, like nothing. And I will treat a people that you better than you. Everybody understand, right? Don't ever get too proud. Don't ever get proud. The Lord resisteth the proud. He hate the proud. You know what you got the glory in? Oh, I was a man back in school. Boy, I used to have him going like this and doing it. There you go right there again. Filthy communication. You got pride of yourself. Where our King YAHANNA was raising the dead and walking on water and say, I can do nothing but what the Lord tell me to do. He healed the blind man and said, don't even tell nobody I did this. He said, he want to try to put it on Instagram. Nigga. Look at me. Look at me. I see you. Go ahead,
A proud look.
A
lying tongue.
Watch your mouth. Go ahead.
And hands that shed innocent blood.
Hands that shed blood that come and try to break in their house and destroy their house.
And hands that shed innocent blood.
There's a certain type of murder or killing that the Lord that is not justified in the Lord. That's innocent blood. When you are a criminal, right? Man, sleep with your wife. That's not innocent blood. Man, deal with your kids. That's not innocent blood. In these days and time, we're not able to carry out that judgment, but it is justified according to the Bible. Y'all don't believe me, do you? Y'all don't believe me, do you?
Nah, that's like it, sir. I believe.
Precept.
I know you should. Precept.
Thou shalt not commit adultery.
Ooh-wee. Nah, I ain't talking about that.
Oh, I thought you said. Thought you said about sleeping with another
No, I'm
man.
talking
That
about that you would be right to kill somebody who's guilty. I'm gonna show y'all how.
Look, I've been on mute.
Huh? Oh yeah, you was talking.
Yeah, come.
Go ahead.
He who was without sin cast the first stone.
That's a good one. That's a good one. Ain't the one I was talking about though.
Slocky, sir.
Let's. Yeah.
You talking about the one where say the adulterer and the adulteress must be put to death?
That's a good one. That's a good one, but that ain't the one I was talking about. Just keep reading. This is the one we wanted to say. That let's finish reading this, and I'll show y'all what I'm talking about. All right.
Kind of okay.
Go ahead.
Verse 18. And heart that devises wicked imaginations.
Yep.
Feet that be swift and running to mischief.
Keep going.
A false witness that speaketh lies, and he that soweth discord among the brethren.
Okay, so these are things that the Lord hates. Give me Deuteronomy 13:6, I.S.U.P.K, if you could. Let me show y'all you something, Kanah. What you don't want to do is shed innocent blood. What you don't want to do is take a life when you do not have to. But the life of a criminal, the life of a person who breaks God's laws is not as important as your life if you're serving God to the Most High. Not that it's not important at all, because he's God over everybody. You understand? But those things, those people that do those things that he hates, they become something different in his eyes. They workers of iniquity. They won't listen. They disobedient children. They deserve punishment. And sometimes that punishment is death. Everybody with me?
Come.
You got it,
Come.
Check this out. Let me show you how hardcore this is. Kanah. This ain't on your question, but it'll answer your question very clearly. Go ahead.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 13, verse 6. Mm-hmm. If thy brother, the son of thy mother,
this your mama's son, this your bruh, this your mama's son. Go ahead.
Or thy son,
or your son,
or thy daughter,
or your daughter. Now everybody love their damn daughter. Come on, God.
Or the wife of thy bosom.
Wait a minute, my wife? Oh, heck, but I never do nothing to hurt my wife. What are you talking about? Really?
Or thy friend.
Or thy friend. Keep going.
Which is as thine own soul.
Your friend that you look at just like you. I die for my nigga. I ride for my nigga, man. What? That kind of friend. Go ahead.
Like 2 peas in a pod.
Right. You don't see me without him. We've been down like 4 flat tires. We shared pints. Inside joke. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay. Entice thee secretly, saying, let us go and serve other gods, which thou hast not known, thou nor thy fathers.
So all they did, this your daughter now. This your daughter. This your brother. Said, let's go serve other gods which our fathers have known. Go ahead.
Namely, of the gods of the people which are round about you, nigh unto thee, or far off from thee, from the one end of the earth even unto the other end of the earth.
Let's go to the Christmas party. Let's go to the birthday party. Let's go to the such and such party. Let's go to the Easter program. It's all that. Go ahead.
Khan, thou shalt not consent unto him, nor hearken him. Neither shall thine eye pity him. Neither shalt thou spare. Neither shalt
Don't
thou
save him.
conceal.
Don't hide him. Verse 9.
Khan. But thou shalt surely kill him.
You should do what to your son?
Thou shalt surely kill him.
What you should do to your wife?
Thou shalt surely kill her.
Wait a minute. Hold on. This the Bible, ain't it? We all reading the Bible. God is love, ain't he?
Thou shalt surely kill him.
Thou shalt not kill. Now, is the Bible contradicting itself? Could not. Thou shalt not kill is in the Bible. Now the Lord telling me to kill my wife, my friend, my daughter, my brother, the one who is as my own soul. Make it make sense. Anybody? One of the priests on stage. Make it make sense.
So like it, sir. These are two different kills. It's two different kills. This kill. What's
the difference? If you was in this,
this kill is talking about self-defense. Because if they
how is it self-defense when all they did to you was tell you let's go serve another God? How is that self-defense?
Because that's going to get you killed.
So like
the wages of sin is death. The wages of sin is death. That's right, Itazab. What they're asking you to do, the Lord is going to kill you for. So they're trying to get you killed. They're endangering your life by telling you to serve this God who is not a God. Go ahead, Kana.
No, I was going to say, I was just going to ask how is that self-defense, but when that's like following the order, though, isn't that like following the commandment? Like what it's saying, like kill them.
That's the law.
Yeah, I meant the law.
Absolutely. So now how the law say thou shalt not kill, and then turn around and say kill them? And this talking about your brother, your wife, your daughter, your friend. You see the difference? Because that's not innocent blood that you're shedding. Yeah, they deserve to die, and I hope they burn in hell. That's not innocent blood. You see what they did to that man's daughter in that movie? They call it a time to kill.
Con, sir. Definitely.
You understand, right?
Con out of what kind?
Yeah, so somebody running in your house and endangering you, your wife, your children, trying to take your life, trying to take something from you, you are justified to protect yourself at any moment. Turn the other cheek was for your brother who comes at you wrong. It wasn't for somebody who's trying to harm you or inflict something that might put yourself in danger, and you don't know how crazy these people are. So you are justified to react in whatever manner you deem to be. Now, there is overkill. I do know people who have overreacted to a situation, and they locked up. Use judgment and not emotions in a situation, and you'll never murder anybody. All right. Did I answer your question?
Con out of con, sir. You answered it when you said about innocent blood.
Yeah, that's the point. Murdering is shedding innocent blood. Murdering is going above and past just your defense. I gotta have him because I don't like what he said. I don't like what he did. But you ain't in no danger. But you afraid, or that's murder. When there is a real life threat, you owe it to yourself and your family to diffuse that threat, to defend yourself, defend your God, so on and so forth. All right. You got it.
Come out of one concert. What? Most sound correct.
Most sound correct. Any other questions?
Lost.
All right. With that, I'm gonna pass it.
Lost, sir.
All right, with that, I'm gonna pass the class over to who? Isupk, Nashak, who I'm passing the class over to?
I got Officer Isupk, sir.
All right, with that, I'll pass the class over to Priest and Officer Isupk.
Okay. All right. Give a courtesy. We're gonna men of Israel. We're gonna give a courtesy salute to the teacher in the class. Israel Majim, Imam Shabbat, Imajim, Barak.
Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shabbarakatam.
Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shabbarakatam.
Yajimatah. All right. Listen, the I.S.U.P.K. security announcements. Rules for new brother or sister. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months.
Hey, y'all can put y'all on the screen too.
They are to be saluted only. To learn to Salaki. They are here to learn and shed themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, they are to seek counsel from the heads. Tithes, which is a commandment. Numbers 18 and 21. Malachi 3, verse 8 through 10 means 10th in the Hebrew. Ma'ashara, 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you. Give to General Mayaka Allah or teacher. Priest fund. Salaki, if I may, the Zelle for the I.S.U.P.K. is, you can look it up, I.S.U.P.K.com. I.S.U.P.K. at Gmail. I'm sorry, Salaki, I gotta actually pull that up. But you can find the I.S.U.P.K. on Zelle. I'm gonna pull it up real quick. Bear with me 1 second. All right. I.S.U.P.K. You can find the tithes at ISUPK.com on Zelle. All right. So if you have Zelle, you can Zelle your tithes through tithes at ISUPK.com. Priest fund, free will offering for priests, not mandatory. Whatever amount you would like to give. Upcoming holy convocations. We have the Feast of Purim, which is the 14th day and the 15th day of the 12th month, Sunday, March 5th, and Monday, March 6th, 2023. You can read it in the book of Esther, chapter 9, verse 20 through 31. We also have the Passover, April 1st, Raleigh, North Carolina. All right. Friday sundown until Saturday sundown. The 7th day. Oh, Slocky, I'm tripping. Passover, 14th day of the first month, Saturday, April 1st, 2023. You can read about it in Exodus chapter 12, verse 1 through 51. Leviticus chapter 23, verse 4 through 5. 1 Corinthians chapter 5, verse 7 through 8. In 2 Chronicles chapter 30, verse 17. The Passover will be held in Raleigh, North Carolina. You understand? The Passover fee is $200. Make sure that you pay your Passover fee. The Commander General YAHANNA is doing it up big. Lots of fun activities and extravaganzas, man. You understand? So you definitely want to put your fund in and start making plans to pay for the Passover fee immediately. All right. You can check the bulletin board in the class or get with your camp leader for the High Holy Days calendar. If anyone wants to become a trooper in the school, start wearing all black: boots, shirt, pants, headband, and scarf. And with that, We're going to send up the prayers. Imajim. Wapanu Hakadam. Which means turn face to east. We're going to send up the Lord's Prayer. First in the Hebrew, then in the English. Repeat after me. Abanawa.
Abanawa.
Shabbat Shemayah.
Shabbat Shemayah.
Kodash.
Kodash.
Hayah. Shamka.
Yahweh.
Malakwaka.
Malakwaka.
Taba'ah. Ratazaka. Hayah. I.S.U.P.K. Baratiza. Kawa. Hayah. Bashamaya. Nathanawa. Lakam. Ko. Yawam.
Wasalak
Kawawak now. Kasalak now. Kawawak yanawa. Wala'a. Tabiya'a now. Banasaya one. Abal. Hawashai now. Mayan. Ra. Kaya. Laka. Amalakwa. Waha'ala. Wahatapara. Iwalamyam. Aman.
Our Father,
which
art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come. Thy will be done. In earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread. And forgive us our debts. As we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation. But deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom. And the power. And the glory. Forever. So be it.
All right. Yajimata, Sar, hands down, turn. Men of Israel, we're going to give a courtesy salute to the brothers in the class. Men of Israel, Majim, Shabbat, Imajim, Barak, Yahweh Hashem Yahushua Barakatah. Yajimata, sisters can stand. Men of Israel, we're going to give a courtesy salute to the sisters in the class. Men of Israel, Majim, Shabbat, Imajim, Barak, Yahweh Shema Tanba Hashem Yahushua. Yajimata. Class dismissed.